What's going on, everybody? It's the Threesome Show with Bridget and Don, the Pleasure
Hello.
Coach. Welcome back to another episode. What's been going on with you, Bridget?
Nothing much. What's been going on with you?
Chilling. How was your Valentine's Day? We took a week off for Valentine's, so did you have a good Valentine?
I didn't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Really?
Yeah. I never
Okay.
really celebrated Valentine's Day.
Really? That's
hmm
different for a woman who not to celebrate it.
I never really had a Valentine, so it's just something I'm used to. How was your Valentine's Day?
It was good. Well, so my birthday is the day before Valentine's Day. So
Happy birthday. I didn't know that.
thank you. So celebrated my birthday, went out to dinner, and then on Valentine went out to dinner. That sounds really fat of me, but yeah, I went
No.
out to dinner on both days. Um, had a nice sit down dinner on my birthday, and then on Valentine went to a Mexican restaurant. So
That's
it was
nice.
pretty chill.
Yeah, Mexican is cool. That's good.
Yeah, I'm really feeling this Mexican restaurant kick. I think I'm gonna do the same thing on Friday. There's
Okay,
a
yeah.
place up. There's a place up in York, Pennsylvania. I'm
Okay.
not gonna give them the. I guess I'll give them some shine. It's called El Rodeo,
Okay.
and it's authentic Mexican food, and it's really cool. Like the people there are really chill. The food is good, and the drinks are potent. So
You had some margaritas?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, you can't have Mexican
So
without margaritas.
you can't. Um, so tonight we're gonna talk about friends with benefits.
Okay.
Friends with benefits. So
Friends with benefits.
I'm gonna get your take. I got some friends with benefits rules that we're gonna go through that I wanna kind of get your take on.
Okay.
So first of all, how do you feel about the whole friends with benefits thing?
Friends with benefits. I never really had friends with benefits. Um, I can't say like that it was ever like an agreement, like, oh, we just having sex and we just want to stay friends. I kind of don't believe in it. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's considered. Well, I guess it would be. Because someone would be like, "Oh, I'm just getting some dick or whatever," and that's it. But I feel like no matter what, whenever it's like sex involved, I feel like feelings is gonna be involved, whether you say so or not. I feel like somebody gonna catch feelings. So you don't think so?
Now that's absolutely true. No, that's
Okay.
absolutely true. So if you spend enough time with someone and you're sexually involved, I think feelings, even if you can suppress the feelings or you can
Yeah.
control your feelings, feelings are still getting involved at that point. So I
Right.
agree with you there.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm.
so you've never had like you know, a partner that you was cool with. You're like, you know what, I need to get off. You need to get off. Let's just do this. None of that.
I mean, no. I mean, I had a partner. Cause like I told you the last time, like I feel like what's mine is mine. So regardless, like it might not, the title might not be there, but you my nigga. So it's not like I can't, like
Ah.
I never really had like I never had like no one night stand or nothing like that. Um, I don't know, and I'm a Cancer, so like get my feelings, like my
Oh,
feelings
you
get
a
very involved.
Cancer.
Yes, I'm a Cancer. Don't roll
Oh.
your eyes. And which so wait a minute, your birthday, so you're Aquarius.
Yes.
Lord Jesus. Okay.
So my little sister's a Cancer, and we gonna have that conversation. Y'all are some woo woo. You right.
Wait.
What's yours is yours.
Yeah.
You don't
Like
play
and
that shit.
yeah, and we very in tune with our emotions. So I just know. I know it might sound boring, but I just can't. I can't do that without liking someone and my feelings being involved. Some people won't admit that because some people be swearing like they about it. Like but like I've had women say that, like, "Oh, I'm just getting some dick from him," and then the whole time you mad because he not answering your phone calls and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, um, I just personally can't do it. What about you?
So I've done the friends with benefits thing. Um, I had one that ended rather weird. So we were
Okay.
like friends with benefits. Like it was she would pretty much just call me and be like, she had a code that she would say, and I knew what that code meant. She would be like, I need a massage. What that meant was she needed to have sex. So I would
Okay.
go over there, and this went on for probably about 8 months.
Yeah.
And then one day I was just like, I want to kiss her, like we friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Just kind of just stopped doing it, and I was like, I think what happened, and this is just a theory, I don't know if it's true. I
Okay.
think that at that point, emotions came fully to a head, and we
Right.
both realized it, and we just backed away from each other.
Okay.
We were still friends, but the massage text messages stopped coming through. It was just like,
Okay.
"Hey, how you doing? You good? I'm good. Okay, we good," and that was it.
So my
So
question is, it being
emotions
friends
can.
with, sorry, go ahead.
Mm-mm. Go ahead.
So if y'all are just friends with benefits, like, is there kissing involved too? Because I feel like kissing is very intimate.
So so there wasn't any kissing involved,
Okay.
which is odd for me because I enjoy kissing. So
Yeah.
it was really weird to just like go in. I would I would actually give her a massage, and then
Okay.
we would have sex, and then that was it. It was just like, all right, yo, you good? All right, I'm gonna get at you later. And it was never no
Yeah.
kissing involved, and it was just that one hug that just changed everything.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you do friends with benefits, there's definitely rules that you have to follow.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
definitely things that you got to put right on Front Street so that everybody knows exactly what's going on. Because a friend with benefits, that there's no monogamy in that.
Yeah.
They can see who they want to see. You can see who you want to see, and y'all are just two people who connect on a sexual level, and y'all are
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
So, and most women, honestly, from my experience, most women are more cool with friends with benefits than guys really
Mm.
realize. So
Yeah.
guys are so quick to say, I'm gonna tell her exactly what I think she wants to hear
Mhm.
so that I can keep getting the sex.
Right.
When all she really wants is a friend with benefits. But if you present to her a relationship,
Mhm.
y'all are already friends, then she'll accept that.
Right.
But if that's sometimes that's not really what she wants. And guys make the mistake of kind of presenting something to her that you never had to present in the first place, especially if it's a lie. If that's not where you are,
Right.
why present a relationship if you really want to be out there doing your thing and you just enjoy sex with this person?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely can agree. I feel like some men will definitely just lie just to get what they want. Um, but it's definitely women that I feel like I actually know a few women that just want the friends with benefits and nothing else. And the ones that I see so far are like the ones that are like single mothers because they look like they're not looking for nothing serious, or someone who might have just got out of a long term relationship. They want to enjoy being single for a little bit. They're not looking for nothing serious. They just try and have fun. You know, I see it from a few. The three that I know is like single mothers, and they just be about like, I'm not looking for nothing serious. Like I just want to have fun. So
Right.
I feel like if it fits you, good for you. I can't. I'm gonna be like, where the fuck you at, bitch? Like, I don't know.
So friends with benefits is really different from casual sex because this
Yeah.
is somebody who knows you outside of sex, they know you intimately. Like they know your
Yeah.
secrets. Y'all have conversations.
Okay.
So it's different from somebody who just basically says, "We're just gonna have sex and that's it." This is somebody that you spend time with, which is really the key thing there because anytime you spend time with anybody,
Yeah.
you're gonna start developing feelings. And
Yeah.
now you've entered sex into the equation, and it's like, okay, so we spend all our time together. We go hang out. We go to lunch. We do all these things, and we having sex. That kind of sounds like a relationship.
Right.
And if you don't distinguish the two, you can get into some really murky waters.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I understand. So like with the friends with benefits, do y'all call each other friends? Like out in public? Like do you be like, oh, that's my homeboy? Like
Yeah, out in public,
okay.
it's just like that's my homie, that's my friend.
Yeah.
Um, if anything goes down, you there for that person. You know what I'm saying? If
Okay.
somebody you need to talk, y'all there. It's everything that a relationship is, but it's not. Is the way I
It's
look at
not
it.
no title on it basically. So
Right.
is it so would you consider that the same as a situationship?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well then
Because
I guess I done a situationship.
oh, now the truth comes out.
I mean, it wasn't really no title, but it's like in my head, like you my nigga, like you better not be fucking talking to nobody else, like so. But I
So
can't
that's
sit there
not
and
a
be like,
friend.
oh, I was his girlfriend. No, I can't sit there and say that. But like in my mind, yeah, I was delusional enough to believe that I like, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Like I wouldn't say because like a situationship with like me, it's like we're kissing. I'm telling you, I love you too. Like so, it's like I can't say that. And then I'm not telling nobody you my homeboy. That's one thing. Like I
Mm.
did have somebody talk about that too. Like this girl was telling me, like, yeah, um, she like I be fucking my homeboy sometimes, and I'm like, in my head, I ain't say nothing, but in my head, I'm like, whoever call my homeboy, you my homeboy. We ain't never had sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now I do understand why men be like, oh, bitches be fucking their homeboy because I really heard a female say that out their mouth. So I don't know. I
Oh no,
couldn't be
real
having
talk.
sex with somebody and
That's
be like, oh,
real.
that's my homeboy. Yeah. I mean, I clearly see it's real now, so I definitely see why men have their trust issues when women have male friends. Like, I don't feel like it applies to every single woman, but I guess it really is out here because I heard a woman straight tell me that.
Yeah, because the chick that I had a friends with benefits situation with, she would always introduce, oh, this is my homeboy, oh, this is my brother, type shit. You know what
Oh.
I'm saying? This is
It's
my
a
homie. You know what I'm
bro.
saying? And, and I'm sitting there thinking, really though, like,
Yeah.
am I just that? But once again, that's because I enjoyed her company. I enjoyed having conversations with her. And then the sex was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's just like icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Because for a while I had wanted to have sex with her, but I've always looked at her as, okay, that's my friend. I don't want to mess with my friendship.
Mhm.
And I'm going to play the background on that. And I would listen to her go through different things with guys. And I'm like, yo, just give me a moment. Just
So
give
you play so
me
so you played the friend zone until you like got up in there.
right. And I was playing the friend zone to the T.
Okay.
Met some of her boyfriends, all that. I was the friend zone dude.
But
And then when she was
did you ever express to her though that you wanted to have sex with her at that point, or were you
no,
just like friend? Okay, okay.
so
We're gonna talk about it.
let's talk about this. So I never expressed it to her. I never brought it up. Um, one day we was on the phone, we was talking, and she had a really stressful day at work.
Okay.
And me being the friend zone dude,
Mhm.
I was like, yo, I'll come through. We could just kick it. I'll break through some liquor. I'll give you a massage or whatever. And she was
Okay.
like, I could really use a massage. And I was
Okay.
like, all right, cool, bet. You know what I'm saying? I'll be through there in a little bit. So I went over Brought some liquor with me. We sitting there talking, we drinking. I'm giving her a massage, but she's fully clothed.
Okay.
And so anybody who's ever really given an actual massage, guys, this is not your lead in to say, okay, I'm giving you a massage, you guys take your clothes off. But it's hard to give somebody a massage when they're fully like when they got the shirt on and stuff. So I was like, yo, take your shirt off. Let me rub your shoulders or whatever. So I got some oil,
Mhm.
rub the shoulders or whatever. And that kind of spiraled into that first sexual situation.
Okay.
Um, we walked that after I was done that night, I left. Nothing said. We just kind of left it at that. I
Okay.
left. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get at you later. Yo, let me know if you need anything. You good? All right, I left.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, she sent me a text message. She was like, yo, I need a massage.
Mm.
And I was like,
Oh, that was the key
I
word from there on out.
from then on out. And I was getting off work, so I was like, yo, I'm getting off work. I'm gonna come through. I'll give you a massage. We good. You know what I'm saying? I'll be over there in a little bit. And of course, same thing happened. But this time when I went over there, she wasn't fully clothed. It was like she needed a massage and she knew that a massage required her not to have clothes on. So, and we had sex. And then after that, it was just like every week or so, it was just like, now we would talk between time,
Mhm.
but whenever she needed a massage, I knew what that meant. And I would go over and give her a
Mhm.
massage and we would get intimate.
Okay.
Um, but when you have a friends with benefit situation, and that's not the, and I know this is gonna sound horrible, that's not the only friends with benefit situation I had.
Okay.
Um, as a matter of fact, I had a friends with benefits. Oh, this is gonna sound really bad. I had a friends with benefits situation with one of her friends.
Oh Lord.
So, it, I'm gonna stop talking because I sound like a creep, yo. I'm gonna
Nah,
leave
I
it
mean
at
you're a man at the end of the day. Surprising.
that. so, so one of her best friends, the way that I met her was I was friends with benefits with her best friend,
Okay.
and that's how me and her got cool. And so I had friends with benefits going on with both of them, and neither one of them told each other.
Mm.
Like that conversation never came up, or at least it never came back to me.
Yeah.
So I would do friends with benefits with both of them.
So even a friend, how did that stop? Was their feelings getting involved with her? Was she getting
So
jealous?
so with her friend, the friends with benefits stopped because emotions got heavily involved.
Okay.
Um, like one night I went over to her house and I was just hanging out. It wasn't really any precursor to sex or anything like that. I was just hanging out, just kind of drinking, hanging out. And anybody who drinks knows um, a drunk mind speaks a sober heart. So,
Mhm.
we sitting there, we talking and we drinking, and we had sex. And then she was like, I'm really in love with you. And I was like, whoa, like, when did we cross this barrier? Like, when did we get from there to here?
Mhm.
And it's not that I didn't care about her. I really did care about her, but I wasn't in a relationship mindset. And
Okay.
she wanted a relationship. So even though I cared about it, I had to back away from that because I was like, I'm going to hurt somebody I really care about.
Mhm.
And not intentionally, it's just that that's not where my mind is at right now. Right now, I'm just kind of enjoying life.
Right.
And um, so me and her, we kind of backed away from each other. And she was still hurt, but I told her, I said, yo, I don't want to get involved with you with something that I can't keep up. I don't
Okay.
want to come to you and be like, we should be together when realistically I'm out there. And she knew about all the things I would do, except for her friend. She knew everything
Okay.
else I did.
Yeah.
I would have conversations with her. I went with this girl, I was with that girl. So I was like, how I am right now. You know what I'm saying? So why put ourselves in a position where I am going to hurt you?
Yeah. Do you feel like it was really love, or do you feel like it was just lust?
So I feel like the friendship part was love. I think
Okay.
everything else was lust.
Okay.
Um, and in hindsight, I look at it and I think I really touched on a vulnerable part of her unintentionally.
Okay.
So she had been in relationships, um, and in that relationships, in her multiple relationships, there was really no love. So she never really felt loved and appreciated.
Mhm.
So what I would do was like, if even though we were friends with benefits, I would take her to a hotel. I would, run her bath order or whatever, no say blah blah blah, because I just wanted her to feel like all the things that she was missing
Mhm.
that she can have, to let her know that you're better than what you've been given.
Right.
But in hindsight, I realized in doing so, you create emotions, you create
Yeah.
feelings.
Yeah. Because now she
Um,
like, oh, he doing this for me. Like, I ain't
right,
experienced this before. Yeah. I feel like women do tend to fall in love when it's like something they're getting treated a way that they never really got treated, and they see a
right.
huge difference.
Because we would go get hotels, take showers together, all that stuff, and for me, damn, I sound like the fucking jerk. So for me, it was just sex, but it was
Uh-huh.
sex and me doing something nice for somebody I cared about.
Yeah.
But the end result was just sex. Um, but for her, it was, wow, I have somebody finally treating me good.
Right.
And when I backed away from it, she we never really had the full blown conversation of why I had to back away from everything else, but
Mhm.
she kind of let on, saying, I care about you, I love you, I'm in love with you, and I know that we can't have this
Yeah.
type of situation. And instead of agreeing with her, I just kind of just nodded my head and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Um, but you're right. Like when you are a possessive person, such as yourself, um,
It's
when
okay.
you're a
I don't got no
possessive
shame.
person, um, that doesn't really work, because
Mhm.
anytime somebody presents something to you, you need the honesty.
Yeah.
What is this going to be?
Right.
Because before I put my feelings and emotions into you, I need to know, am I setting myself up for heartbreak,
Right.
or are we going to build something from this?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the issue with people come into with friends with benefits.
They're not honest about it. The way
Mm-hmm.
there's no conversation. It's just y'all getting started, and it's not no like, all right, look, don't be catching no feelings.
Right.
So I mean, I understand.
Like, friends with benefits can be enjoyable, but definitely set the ground rules in advance. This is not a polyamorous relationship. It's just
Yeah.
two friends who can connect when they need to, and that's it.
Hmm.
It's not a relationship.
Yeah. Me personally, I just don't think I could do the friends with benefits because it's like, number one, I couldn't have sex with somebody that I'm not attracted to. I don't know if that's ever the case in these situations. Um, and then even so, like somebody that I wouldn't see myself with, you know. Um, I personally like right now I feel like I first of all, I've never really done it. I've never done it. I don't see myself ever doing it just for the simple fact that I know that I get emotional, but I feel like it creates this bond that once it's created, it's hard to detach from it. And even if you do detach from it, you know, somebody's heart is seriously broken, and it could take a long time to heal that, you know. So that's why I choose not to participate in those type of things, because I just don't want my heart broken. I don't want my feelings hurt, you know. So I think it's better, and I don't, because even if it's not a title on it, I'm a very loyal person. So like, it could be no title, but low key, I'm still being loyal. Like if someone wants to talk to me, and even if I had that situation, I kind of wouldn't talk to nobody else, just because I'm like, no, because I really talk to somebody else.
Mm.
You know, I'm very loyal, even to a fault. Like even though it might not be no title on it, you know, I'm still gonna be like low key loyal. You know, so I feel like that's why I can't attach myself to someone, because if someone is not for me and they don't want to build with me, like I'm kind of like just attaching myself to you, and even if the right person does come in my life, I'm kind of probably just writing them off, where I might miss out on my true blessing, my real partner, you know. So I'd rather not, you know, be attached to nobody.
That's something I've never thought about. Wow, like your level of thinking is different, but it's a good different.
Yeah,
Because you're right. If you're just the type of person who's just loyal, I'm having sex with somebody. I don't need anybody else in my life. But
yeah,
you might pass up on the person who's meant for you
yeah,
by saying, I don't want to do anything with anybody else because I'm having sex with somebody. I'm
right,
being fulfilled sexually.
right, yeah. Everybody, because even people, the way people think about dating, like some people be like, "Oh, you're dating. You're just dating this person." Like, you need to keep dating. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. But even when it comes to dating, I would only date one person at a time, and it's because if like I meet you, we go on a date, and you cool, and I feel like I'm feeling you. I want to keep getting to know you, and I personally don't think that I could get to know you and three other people at the same time. You know, so I like to only date one person at a time, because, and I also feel like I've asked people this before, like how would a man really feel like if he met me and we went on a date and I was like, hey, yeah, I'm interested in dating you, but I talked to like three other niggas on the side. They not gonna want to put their time and energy into me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hell no, like this bitch crazy. So I just feel like when it comes to that, because I've had people tell me like, you need to stop putting all your eggs in one basket. No, because focusing on you, talking to other people, how can I really get to know you if I'm still talking, trying to get to know three other people at the same time? That don't make no sense, you know? So just like the friends with benefits, I just want no attachment to someone, so that when the right person that does come in my life, I'm not easy to just be like, oh no, I'm good because I'm satisfied sexually. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, and I know that I used to do that. Like I was in a, you know, my little situationship in the past, and even though it technically wasn't a title on it, but it was basically like a relationship. I would kind of like, you know, dudes would try to talk to me, but I kind of wouldn't take them seriously, and it was really because I'm being loyal to him, even though he wasn't being loyal to me, you know. So I just
Mm.
no attachment, so that when the right person come, like you got my full attention.
And what you're saying with the attention situation is really huge because you're right. You can't put your attention in different places at the same time.
Yeah,
So either somebody gonna get shorted, and it might be the person for you that gets
right,
shorted.
right.
Um, wow, like to get into a woman's mind sometimes is whew, that,
But not every woman thinks like that neither. You know what I'm saying? You have some women that truly believe in dating multiple men, and their mind frames are different. Like, you know, some women that are focused on dating multiple men, some of them, not all of them, are focused more on like materialistic things and money and like what he can do for me. So some of those women is like ones that like, oh, he taking me out to lunch, oh, he taking me on a vacation, you know. So I feel like if a woman is truly looking for a life partner, they're going to do one person at a time. I feel like, you know, and
and
I just
I
feel
know
like
somebody. Go ahead, no, go ahead.
I just like I feel like okay, like you get to know someone, right? and okay, you're cool. The first date, let's go on another date. We go on other dates. We're getting to know each other. I will know, as you get older, the red flags are a lot more clear. So after how many
Hmm.
dates will you know, like, okay, he got a red flag. I don't see myself with somebody like this. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, go date somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But if this person is courting you correctly and you feeling them and the dates is going well, what is the point of going to date other people? You know? So I look at it the same way.
So I know somebody who went through that. They met somebody, and there was something about that person that kind of really sparked their interest.
Hmm.
And after their first date with this person, they cut everybody else off.
Okay.
Like they were dating other people, but when they met this one person, they cut everybody else off. They took a huge chance.
Hmm.
Um, it panned out for that person. Like they're in a relationship and they're really doing well. Um, but that's a chance. That's a huge chance that you take.
Right.
Um,
It is.
and and when it works, it's beautiful. When it works, it's like, okay, I took a chance on this one person. I cut everybody else off because you can't have your mind pulled in multiple directions. You can't.
Right. Yeah.
So when you meet that one person, you really have to have the foresight to say, okay, this is what I want. This is what this person is willing to give me.
Yeah.
Let me cut off everybody else who's not willing to go that direction with me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it can go bad too, because if the person that you meet, I feel like when you meet people, everyone's trying to put on their best face front, like I'm the best person in the world,
Hmm.
and then their true self start revealing, and then you see it for what it is, and then it's like, okay, if somebody was talking to multiple people and you cut them all off, and now you see the person you dealing with, he a clown or whatever the case may be, and then you like, dang, like I definitely don't want to talk to him, but I cut all my hose off. So I can see where it would go bad, but I don't like. I mean, as of like right now, I don't talk to nobody, and I don't entertain no one. So I wouldn't be if I met someone right now, I wouldn't be cutting no one off for them. I could just get to
Mm.
know them. I'm feeling you. I'm not feeling you. If I'm not feeling you, I can cut you off, and then I'm by myself again. But that's a problem too. The fact that people don't know how to spend time by themselves. You know, it's like I always need somebody, and women and men both do it.
So you're 100% correct on that. I remember there was a time in my life when I was kind of jumping. One relationship would end, another one would begin, and I would
Yeah.
do the relationship thing. I enjoy relationships. And my little sister was like, yo, spend time with you. Like,
Yeah.
enjoy you for a moment. Everything else will fix itself. But spend time with you and enjoy you. And
Right.
you're right. A lot of people don't do that. And either they're jumping from relationship to relationship, or they're filling their void of a relationship with a
Yeah.
series of sexual partners
Yeah.
that fills that sexual need. But with that sexual need, you also have emotional needs that kind of get intertwined in that.
Mhm.
So, um, and that's where friends with benefits can go wrong.
Yeah.
You know, when you're sitting there, you're filling not only your sexual void, but that person's also filling that relationship void unknowingly.
Yeah.
Um, that's where that can actually become a problem as well.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
got we got we got rules to this friends with benefits thing. I want you to because your mind is just
Mhm.
mm, your mind be touching things. So we gonna go through the list.
Okay.
Um, and since you've never had a friends with benefits situation,
Mhm.
we're gonna get your take on the rules.
Okay.
So the first rule is acknowledge the risks. and I think you kind of touched on this a little bit,
Mhm.
like
Okay.
understanding that when we get into this, for you, it's like when we get into this, you're mine. There's no benefits. There's no friends with benefits. You're mine. Like,
Yeah. Right.
but acknowledging what that risk is. If I pop a bitch a house and that bitch is over there, I'm gonna punch in her mouth because you're mine.
Right.
So understand them risks when you fuck with
Yeah.
Bridget.
Don't play with me.
So the second rule is um, make sure you're both on the same page at all times.
Absolutely. Yes. I would agree.
So when you have the friends with benefits situation, it's it's key that you have those conversations every now and then, thinking, okay, so where are we at?
Right.
We've been doing this. We're friends with benefits, but
Right.
where are you emotionally? Where am I
Yeah.
emotionally? Um, because in this day and age, not only can feelings get hurt, but people can get hurt.
Yeah.
Physically hurt.
Yeah. And I feel like it can go
Um,
on both sides too. Like a woman could catch feelings, a man can catch feelings and realize like, no, I want something serious, you know. Um, I've heard some people's conversations that's been the case, you know.
and the crazy thing is when women catch feelings, the men are just like, yeah, you should have been, you should have known what it was. But men catch feelings too, and it gets blown so much. You knew what the fuck we was. No, I didn't. We were friends and we had
Yeah,
benefits. That was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But men carry that shit like, yo, you were mine.
Mhm.
You didn't know. I thought you knew. You was mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Women would more so take I thought that we were more than just, but guys are like, nah, you knew what the fuck it was. Get that nigga out your crib type shit.
Right,
It's like,
right. Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
So definitely, you know, make sure that throughout the friends with benefit situation, make sure that both of you understand exactly where you are at all times.
Yes, cuz things can change, feelings can evolve, you know.
Hmm. And they will
Yeah.
evolve. That's the crazy thing. Like, people think that if I'm hanging around somebody all the time, I'm going to the movies with this person because that's my friend.
Yeah.
No, but those are all feelings and emotions that's getting involved in that. Because you're doing
Right.
all the relationship shit with one person. That's a
Yeah.
relationship.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
Rule number 3 is set ground rules in advance. Before you
Yes.
even have that first sexual encounter,
Yeah. Yeah.
set some ground rules. This is what it
Absolutely.
is. You know, if my man is over here or my girl is over here, don't get mad. Cause you know what the fuck it is. You know what we doing.
Yeah.
But if you don't set those ground rules, and that's with anything, if you don't set ground rules, you can't get mad if the rules get broken.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Number 4 is probably the most important thing. Always practice safe sex.
Yes.
Friends with benefits is not a monogamous situation. That person can have sex with who the fuck they want. You can have sex with who the fuck you want. And if you want to protect yourself and your friend, always practice safe sex. And you don't want to get pregnant by somebody who you're not in a relationship with. And I know some women might think, yeah, that's the perfect situation. My baby daddy's
Yeah.
my best friend. Nah, it
No.
won't pan out that way at all, ever. Never
Mm-mm.
will it pan out that way.
Yeah.
Um, Number 5 is discuss romantic feelings. Do not deny your romantic feeling. So,
Yeah.
if you starting to feel like you're starting to get romantic feelings for this person, don't
Mm.
hide it.
Right.
Now, we all know, everybody watching this knows with Bridget from the door, if you ain't got romantic feelings with her, don't come
Don't
out her damn door.
yeah, don't even do it. If you ain't trying to get married, don't
Oh
even
shit,
attempt.
damn. Damn. So fellas, if you ever see this young lady right here out in the street, if you ain't ready to get married, don't even approach her.
No,
Don't
don't
do it.
approach me.
You about to fucking get your feelings hurt.
I'm dating
Don't
to
do
get
that shit.
married. Don't play with me.
Um, Rule number 6 is choose the right partner for your casual relationship.
Yeah.
Um, and Bridget ain't that right partner. So,
No, I'm not. But I want to say that is important for this occasion because if the person does develop feelings, right? Because everybody has feelings, right? You don't want someone who cannot control their emotions that start acting like a psychopath, neither. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Like, so I feel like it is important. Like, not only is you choosing someone that you're enjoying the sexual chemistry with, you need to make sure they're also mature enough to handle, when y'all stop dealing with each other. You don't got
yeah,
to go put a restraining order against them. So yeah,
like I watched a young lady who I had friends with benefits with, and nobody knew because that's the rule. That's the rules. It's
right.
between y'all. I watched her get married.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I was at her wedding, watched her get
Oh my
married,
gosh.
and I was
How did you
happy that
feel?
she found. For me, I was happy that she found that person,
Okay.
um, and you know, talk to him at length. You got a good one. They'll treat her good. She'll treat you good, my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been my friend forever, and she's always looked out for me. So
Like, I'm
if
passing
you,
that
as a
coochie along. Go
husband,
ahead.
so as a husband, she gonna treat you good. And I
Yeah.
watched her get married, and I sat back, and I was just like, there was a millisecond of thinking, damn, did you just miss out on your right one?
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, that's his right one. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That's who
Yeah.
he needed. That's who she needed. And we stay in contact and everything.
That's good.
Um, and but that doesn't work for everybody. Not everybody gonna have that. You might have that
Yeah.
person who be at your wedding talking about if anybody feels like this wedding shouldn't take place, and was like
Right.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's not mature enough to handle stuff like that. Even to watch that person move on. You know.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So know your partner. Know who you getting involved with. Um, 7 is keep some friends off limits.
I think you should keep all your friends off limits. But go ahead.
Bridget said, "Friends, fuck no. If
Absolutely
we
not.
cool. That's it."
Me personally, just like you said earlier, though, wouldn't want to jeopardize a friendship.
Hmm.
Like, and I know that once it gets to that point, and if it go bad, the friendship pretty much don't exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I did realize I do have. I'm sorry. Are you done with your questions, or you still got some more? Because I do have a question for
I
you.
got, I got, damn. We'll call it 2 more, but go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So my
No.
question is, do you feel like there are men that genuinely want to be just friends with women, or you feel like they friend zone in so they feel like they can get up in there?
So there are definitely men who will look at a woman and go, you know what? As much as I would enjoy being with this person,
Mhm.
I would much rather be a friend to this person than nothing at all.
Okay.
So there are definitely guys that will look at a woman who and say, you know what, she is everything. Like she checks every damn box. So she may not check. I may not check all the boxes for her, but she checks all the boxes for me.
Yeah.
So I would much rather be a friend to this person and really genuinely always be there
Yeah.
than not have anything at all because I may miss out on just enjoying the life of this beautiful person
Right.
as opposed to just saying, you know what, I can't hit. That's it. You know,
Right.
if we can't get down, if we can't be together, then because not everybody that comes across your path is meant for you to have sex with or meant for you to
Right.
be in a relationship with. Sometimes somebody just enriches your life.
Right.
So yeah, there's that many guys that really will sit there and go, you know what, this lady, this beautiful person, I really enjoy her company, and I
Yeah.
don't want to lose that. If I have to lose anything, I don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
And it's when it's genuine, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, when the person can really say, "Yo, you know what? You are my peoples, and I'm gonna look out for you, no, just like you family,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna set aside everything else that I feel just to enjoy that."
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I feel like I feel like it can happen, but I feel like it's very rare. Because I hear men say all the time, like, no nigga want to just be your friend. I feel like I maybe had one male friend that probably was just genuinely my friend. But it was a lot of male friends that I thought I had that I don't feel like really wanted to be just my friend. You know, so I don't know.
so I have female friends, and and I don't know, call it kind of selfish of me, but I learn from women.
Yeah.
So if I don't have female friends, who am I going to learn from? Because
Right.
men make mistakes,
Yeah.
um, and sometimes you need a woman, a female friend that says, "Okay, now you fucking up. You
Right.
know, this is what you need to do to fix that."
Mhm.
And if everything that if every woman that I come in contact with is just on some, oh, I'm emotionally involved, I want to hit it,
Right.
I'm missing some education there
Yeah.
because
I
um,
agree.
I have a really good female friend of mine who, you know, would always counsel me when it came to women,
Mhm.
and her counsel was real, and it was honest, and it was genuine, and sometimes it hurt, you know,
Yeah.
but if you're messing up, you need somebody who's gonna tell you that you're messing up, and most of your male friends ain't gonna do that, you
Yeah.
know.
And
For
I feel like it's good. Sorry, I feel like it's good to have the perspective of the opposite sex too. You know, like
mm-hmm,
it's not your woman, but it's a woman telling you from a woman's perspective.
yeah, it's and vice versa.
Yeah.
So for a woman, you know, if you have that male friend, and I know for a lot of women, and I hope I'm not generalizing or being stereotypical,
No.
but for women, most of their male friends are gay. You know, oh,
Okay.
that's my
Yeah.
gay friend or whatever, because one, that's who their guy is gonna feel comfortable with them being around,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because everybody thinks, oh, if you're around somebody, you got to be having sex with them. It's not always the case, but
Like, can I be real with you?
mm-hmm,
I do have like one gay friend. We're not like extremely, we don't see each other like often, but I've known him for a long time. But he even tried to talk to me.
well, what?
Yeah. So like
Damn,
that's why I'll
you
be
turn
like,
the nigga straight. Damn.
no, no, I'm just saying like on some Make a gay nigga reconsider. Um, no, I'm being dead ass serious though. But I'm dead ass serious, so that's why I feel like I don't know if like men can just be friends because like I thought I've had male friends and well, almost all of them except for one like openly try to shoot they shot where I'm like, no, like we only gonna be friends, you know what I'm saying? And then it hurts my feelings because it's like, okay, I feel like it's a difference. Like even if you have a attraction to someone, like I could be like, oh, someone look good, like you know what I'm saying. But I don't know. I feel like I have self control, but I just feel like by you claiming that you're my friend all of this time, and then next thing you know, you like, oh, I wish we wasn't just friends. It kind of hurt my feelings because I'll be like, so you never was really just my friend, like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie. Some of the male friends that I thought I had, it kind of was like falling out after them revealing like they wanted to be more than just friends because that hurt my feelings. Like, like I thought you was my bro or something like that. And yeah. So I don't know. I don't
No,
know. I mean, I
that's
know
real.
people men can do it, but I think it's just very very rare. And I feel like women opposite like when you was talking about like the talking, like I do hair and I do a lot of men's hair, and men feel very comfortable talking to me about their relationships.
Hmm.
So I like that, and I'm not biased just because I'm a woman. Because if I feel like a woman is tripping and she wrong, I'm gonna say that. So I do feel like we need each other as friends too, not just sexual relationships. But I from what I experienced, the men haven't really been just genuine friends. And it's crazy because I really do click with men. Like I'm a woman's woman. Like I love women, but it'd be hard for me to deal with women. Like because you laughing, but like sometimes women is just like they get envious and all types of stupid stuff. Like
Hmm.
I can say I've had a few genuine women in my life. But it's just easier for me to click with men. But yeah,
So I agree with you. So I agree with probably 99% of everything you say, but I agree with you. So it's you can't learn how to treat the opposite sex from the same sex. And what I mean by that is your guys, your homeboys can only tell you what they know from their perspective or the mistakes
yeah,
that they made.
right,
At best case scenario, they can tell you the mistakes that they made. Ladies, same thing. Your homegirls
mhm,
can only tell you either from their perspective or the
yeah,
mistakes that they made. But the opposite sex can tell you what they are looking for.
yeah,
And even though it's not spot on 100%, yo, this is what I'm looking for. So this is what your man is looking for. This is what your girl is looking for. But they can still give you that outside perspective.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so definitely pay attention to when you are lucky enough to have someone from the opposite sex that's a friendship that you have a friendship with.
yeah,
Really listen to them and really
yeah,
because I learn a lot from women just
yeah,
throughout life. I have learned everything I know about women. I learned from women.
right.
I have not learned one thing about women from my homeboys except how to fuck up.
Yeah,
That's it.
and I could say the
That's
same
it.
vice versa. I could say the same vice versa. Like even if I was dealing with someone, I would go to a man for advice before I would go to
Mm-hmm.
another woman because sometimes, not saying women, some women can give you good advice if they're your friends and they're like, oh, he fucking around or whatever case may be, girl, leave him alone. But sometimes misery loves company, and sometimes your homegirls can give you bad advice
Mm-hmm.
too. You know what I'm saying? Um, so sometimes, like if I was in a relationship with a man, I would probably go to another man for his perspective. Like, am I tripping? Am I wrong? Um, because sometimes your friends is gonna be like, fuck that bitch. Like, you don't need her. Like, when the whole time you got a good woman.
And not only that, but that person who's giving you the advice and they're the same sex as you, they might be scheming on the one that you got because they realize you got a
Absolutely.
good thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if
Or they
you
can't find a
dealing with
good thing
a
and want to run
heterosexual,
yours.
if you dealing with a heterosexual friend, you know they not scheming on what you got. So ladies, if you got a male friend that you can get 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 advice from, they not
Yeah.
scheming on your man, and vice
No.
versa. Guys, same
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
They're not scheming on who you with. They
Yeah.
just want you to be the best person you can be.
Mhm.
Um, so I know you had some questions. And
Yeah.
before we run out of time, I want to make sure we get to your questions because your friends have the best questions, and I love all your friends. So
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna ask this. Well, someone asked this question, but this question is why are more women staying celibate?
so women are staying celibate, in my opinion, and I'm not a woman, and I don't even play one on TV, but
Mm,
um, I think women are staying celibate because they feel like they're giving themselves away to guys that don't deserve them,
absolutely.
and they're they're creating that barrier and saying, well, if you want to be with me first
Yeah.
before we get sexual,
Right.
um, which is not a bad thing, for both sexes. It really isn't. And I know guys are sitting there going, "No, shut up, Don. Mind your business." But no, it's real. Like once you become sexually involved, a lot of things that you have built up or questions that you might have, you get
Hmm.
rid of because you're like, oh fuck, we're already having sex, so what it is,
Right.
what it is. But
Right. Yeah.
if you use that time to really get to know each other and not get clouded by the lust of the
Yeah.
situation, then you'll really kind of build something or know this is somebody I can't build with.
Yeah. I think women are staying celibate because I feel like women are tired of being disappointed in
Mm.
men. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna keep it fucking real. Shit.
Damn.
Um, no, I'm gonna speak from my experience. I just feel like, when I used to deal with someone, they cheating, whatever the case may be. I'm going to sleep, crying, blowing this nigga phone up. He ain't answering. I'm stressed the fuck out, you know. And then when you just focus on yourself and you're not giving nothing away, you sleeping like a baby. You ain't stressed out. You like, I don't give a fuck who
Hmm.
doing what. You know what I'm saying? So I really think it's just tired of being disappointed, and saying like I could do bad all by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you're gonna be with someone, they need to be adding on to your life, not making you feel worse. Not you know what I'm saying, stressing
Yeah.
you out. So I think that's why more women are choosing to stay celibate.
And I respect the woman that can do it. Um, honestly, although I can't, I respect guys that can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Who sit
men are
there and
doing
go,
it too.
you know, there are guys who are also feeling like I'm not going to give myself away. They're few and far between. But for those guys that are thinking, I'm looking at everything on a long term basis
Yeah,
because anything can happen. You know, you can you can mess up and get somebody pregnant that you don't want to be attached to for the rest of your life.
yeah,
So, and that's even using protection. I know everybody think, oh, if I put a condom on, I'm good. Condoms are not 100% either. The only 100% way of not getting a woman pregnant is called celibacy.
yeah,
So, there's guys that are really looking at things of the person who I get intimate with, the person who I want to get into a relationship with, the person who want to have my child. I want to look at long term.
right.
So, the fact that women and men are both doing that now, I applaud y'all. I wish I had that kind of gumption when I was out there, but I didn't.
Mhm.
But I was like, sex, we'll
Yeah,
figure out
yeah,
anything else later on. But that's
yeah,
not the best way to be. So,
Yeah.
What else you got for us? What else you got?
Uh, why don't men want to commit to marriage?
So, ironically, and you can search this on the internet. There are
Okay.
more men who want to get married now than women. It's
Okay.
actually flipped. Um,
I believe that.
men are a lot more men are looking at it as I know what she wants, and if I can't meet her on that, then I'm not gonna go there.
Right.
Um, and a lot more men are saying, you know what, this is who I want to be with. This is who I want to marry.
Yeah.
And ironically, there's a lot more women out there now who are just like, yo, fuck that. I'm chill. I'm gonna play the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
Me and my girls going to Jamaica. Fuck that.
Right.
And
Right.
um, it's when I read that, because I was doing research for something else, and when I read that, I was like, is it really where it's at? Like, because every through my life, like women had this picture painted of the perfect marriage and the perfect wedding, and guys
Yeah.
are just like, nah, I just want the perfect sex partner. But
Right.
it's flipped. Like women just want to be
Yeah.
pleased, and men are trying to get into relationships and trying to get married. Some men.
Yeah.
So
I feel like some women that aren't with it, like I've heard multiple women say, "Oh, we don't need to get married, just a piece of paper. He my husband." Like, you know what I'm saying?
hmm
And I feel like maybe them, I can't speak for them, but I'm gonna say maybe it's because of financial reasons. I've heard, I don't know how true it is, that like one of the main reasons of divorce is because of financial problems, you know. So I feel
it
like
is.
it's like a fear of, is he being financially responsible? Can I trust him? You know, that goes back into the whole subject of a man being a leader. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like where this question came from, I feel like this is like more so from people who probably been in long term relationships and your man is still not committing to marriage. And I think it's more so probably because it might not be because he don't want to marry you. It might be because he doesn't feel like a man yet. He doesn't feel like he's in a position to lead. You know, maybe he's getting there, trying to lead his family, you know, but maybe he doesn't feel financially secure enough to be like, okay, I can promise her that I'm gonna take care of her and our family for the rest of our lives, you know?
And when it comes to a man taking the lead, and this is gonna sound weird for a man to take the lead, but when it comes to a man taking the lead, if that woman is not willing to allow him to take the lead, then y'all are just gonna butt heads.
Absolutely.
If both of y'all are trying to be the alpha in the relationship, y'all are just
Yeah.
gonna bump heads.
Yeah.
Whereas if you want to take the lead, you shouldn't have to say it. First of all, your
Right.
actions should speak.
Yeah.
And ladies, if his actions speak, and if his action says that he's willing to take the lead, sit back,
Yeah.
allow him to either take the lead and succeed, or take the lead and
Yeah.
fail. But until
Yeah.
you give him that opportunity,
Right.
you're cutting him down at his prime, really.
Yeah. I think that is an issue too. I feel like some women, they want to control everything, and it's if your
Mm.
man is the leader, he's gonna lead, you know, he's gonna lead y'all, you know. So just like you said, sit back and trust him to lead. It's either you trust him to lead or you don't. Me personally, I wouldn't be with the man if I didn't trust him to lead me, you know. So I think that is
Yeah,
an issue too.
yeah, and you're right. So it's 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 crazy how some women will say, "I want a man who's going to take the lead," but in every decision, you want your decision to be the right decision and the only decision.
Right.
Well, then
Right.
how is he taking the lead? Like,
Yeah.
at what point do you and I might get beat up for this word, but submit to your
Right.
man and just say, you know
Yeah.
what,
Trust
I'm
him.
gonna allow you to do whatever you say you're gonna do. If
Yeah.
it fails, it's on him. But that's
Mhm.
the way it's actually structured.
Yeah.
If it fails, if a marriage fails, it's not on the guy unless somebody went out and cheated. If
Mhm.
nobody went out and cheated, it's not on the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not on a woman because the marriage failed. It's on the guy
Yeah.
because there was something that he did to cause the marriage to fall apart. Um, if if you all lose your home, everybody's not looking at the woman going, "Oh, you caused y'all to lose your home." No, it's the guy. So
Right.
allow him to put his best foot forward. And yes, if you need to help him along the way, or you see something he doesn't see, then yes,
Yeah.
assist him with that. But allow him to
Yeah.
be the man he's supposed to be.
Yeah. Trust him. Trust him. You know, and if you don't trust him, then why are you with him? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I seen this post about this woman. Her man told her like, "We're going out tonight. I want you to wear a dress." And she said, "Don't tell me what to wear." And the whole time he was proposing to her. And then she had on some cargo pants looking stupid. He hired a professional photographer. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, if my man be like, "Look, dress up tonight," say less. I'm gonna dress up. You know, clearly he want me to dress up for a reason. I'm not looking at like it's the difference between like straight being controlling, like you're not wearing that. That's too revealing. You know, it's you know what I'm saying. So it's just like trust your man. I don't know that it's stupid to me.
And it's the lack of trust that really touches on both of these questions. It's the
Yeah,
lack of trust in somebody that causes women to want to be celibate.
yeah,
And it causes those marriages not to happen. If you
yeah,
just kind of put your trust in that person, not blind trust, but trust. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like you can trust somebody and still keep your eyes open and watch for those red flags, but still trust
Right.
them
I I
until they show
I
that they can't be trusted.
Yeah, I think it. I also think because I had a conversation recently with a woman. I think it has a lot to do with us women that are like have been independent for so long that we don't feel like we can trust someone. So when you do come across with of a real man, it's hard to say sit back and just be like, I'm gonna let a man be a man. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I feel like if women want men to be leaders, we gotta let them play their position, you know, and that's in all aspects. Like that's even like I was in the store one time and I was grabbing a case of water and this guy was like, "You want me to grab it for you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." But like now, the way I look at it, even if it's not my man, I'm going to let any man be a man because he's gonna be a better man, even if it's for another woman. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
now the way I think, if a man be like, "Oh, you want me carrying it for you?" Yes, please. Or if you want me to take the trash out? Yes, please take the trash out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let a man be a man. You know, and we can't sit here and be mad because these men ain't acting like if we're not allowing them to play their role. You know, so
Exactly.
we women, if we want our men to be leaders, we do have to sit back and stop feeling like we have to be in control and actually trust them. And if you have an issue with trusting a man to lead you, then you belong by yourself. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Next week we'll be live, so join in, comment if you have any questions, and we'll see y'all next week.
Brand new.